You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek. You're
Are we going to have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips, I'm Underboob.
Oh, wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use it.
That's a good point. I'm
She's trying to cover it up because that was so dumb.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
Never change. You're great, Nate.
Oh, you guys are great, too.
Nate, you're great, Nate. You're one of the greatest Nates of
The
all
great
Nates.
Nate.
Mike and Monica, you guys are great, too.
Shut the front door. It's the Hug Life Podcast. I'm Monica Nevi.
And I'm Mike Coletta.
And this is our podcast.
We have a very, very special guest.
Today we do. Our guest today is Little Boots.
It's
My
fucking
cat.
Boots.
It's Nate Patterson. Hi, Nate.
Hi, guys. How you doing today?
Great,
Very
great,
good.
great. Boots really is, right? As soon
Yeah,
as we
she's-
were going to announce Nate, and she was like, excuse me, attention? Where's that
Little
at?
Boots is a street walking whore cat,
Out of context, sounds terrible, but she really is.
No, but that's just the
but
truth.
she's super affectionate.
Yeah, she is. And she's stunted in growth, and so
Yeah.
she's like an adorable kitten size.
She's forever kitten sized, despite being 5.
5?
I think she's about 5.
She's 5?
Yeah, we got her when she was about 3.
You're a
She will just... She's 8.
Welcome to our newest segment, Cat Time, with Mike and Monica.
Well,
She'll
if
just
you
come
do
up and
it,
sit on
if
your
you divide
chest.
by pi,
She will.
and every 7 years, this cat is she's Woodrow Wilson.
she's Woodrow Wilson.
She looks great.
Woodrow Wilson kitty. Now she's just turned her butt to the podcast studio. We are in Portland, Oregon right now, you guys, drinking absinthe like you
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Like you
On
do
a
in
table.
Out of mason jars.
Out of mason
We're
jars.
in
On a
Portland.
table full of doodles.
Yeah, on a
Yes,
table
you can
covered
draw
in
on the
butcher paper.
table here. We are not at a restaurant. This is just someone's house. This is how it is.
Just me and my wife's house.
It's you, your wife,
My lovely wife Bailey.
your
She's
cats.
And
fantastic.
the many
dog.
cats and,
And all your
dogs
cats are getting
in a
in
very
the way.
small apartment in Portland, Oregon.
That we love, though.
You're gonna die.
Don't drink absinthe, Boots. You have so much to live for.
Boots.
Like your litters of 2 kittens you never see. Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
I got really.
That was,
really
yeah,
intense.
that was seemed unnecessary.
You slightly.
babies. The government took my babies
I don't
away.
know why you resorted to that.
Why
government.
did you resort to that?
That's rude. If someone was like, "Excuse me, can you get out of my way?" and you were like, "Oh, that's why you don't see your kids anymore." Like that's rude. You really jumped to some bullshit there, and
It's
I
a
don't know
little
if I can
harsh,
do the rest of this podcast.
The government took her babies
That's
away.
fine. Click. Just it ends. Just click.
The government took her babies away because she was an unfit mother.
Yeah, she was.
Oh,
But she needed a home, and Nate took her in because he's so generous and nice.
all right.
So, comedy show's coming up. The day this comes out, we are at Earthcake Hurricane. At
Earth cake.
Earthcake Hurricane. That's my dream. That's all my dream is.
Earthcake,
Earthcake.
hurricane.
Earthcake
It's
Hurricane,
just a
and it's
big
a
globe that you can eat.
and it's just a yellow cake with chocolate frosting. This is my favorite kind of cake.
The hurricane is Mike
Earthquake Hurricane at the Kickstand Comedy Theater in Portland,
in
Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. And guess what, guys? That's our last show of the whole tour.
It is. It's the
Blanket
last show of
Fort
the tour.
Comedy Tour. The blankets are going to be folded up.
You're gonna fold up those blankets.
You know, and then we're going to give them away.
The people that play violin music on the Titanic are gonna play as we fold up the blankets.
If you're going to
Really?
Google stand kickstand comedy, you also might want to look for the Velo Cult because that's the name.
Velo
That's the
Cult.
name of the actual
Yes,
bicycle
which is
repair
what Bree
shop.
called it tonight. So
Oh, it's in the
that's-
back
yeah.
of a bicycle repair shop.
It's
The
actually
Velo Cult?
it used to be downstairs in the basement, and then there was a severe fire code violation,
Oh,
and so they
no.
moved it upstairs.
in the bicycle shop.
Yeah, because they built you could call it a theater or where you would film a porn. Both,
That
but
sounds
there was
nice.
only one very narrow set of stairs to go in and out.
Oh, I feel
so
like you could
the
film
fu-
a porn a lot of places,
You-
though.
You haven't seen their green room.
Ooh,
That's where all the porn.
that's where all the porn happens.
It looks like a porn set.
Also, we're going to be at Thanksgiving. I'm going to be in Scammania, Washington.
What are you doing right
Just
now?
plug my Thanksgiving. I will be at Tacoma Comedy Club December 3rd, 4th, and 5th, hosting there. It would be great to see your bright and shining faces.
I will be at Tacoma Comedy Club Thanksgiving weekend, Friday the 27th, 28th, and 29th, featuring for Gabriel Rutledge, and it's going to be a fantastic time. Come check it out. And then Tuesday, the 1st of December, I will be closing out the Comedy Womb at 7 p.m. in Seattle at the Rendezvous. And then, if we're jumping ahead, which we should, Friday, December 4th, is our
Secret
next
stand-up
super
show.
secret stand-up show in Seattle. It's going to be great, and guess who's going to be there? Fucking us. We're going to be back. It's
I'll
gonna
be there
awesome.
extremely late, but I'll be there.
And
It'll be your
other
triumphant
people.
return to Seattle.
It'll be my
Yeah,
triumphant
and then I'll
return.
also be at the parlor that weekend, but it doesn't matter. Come and see us.
Yeah.
We'll be home.
We're going to
Okay.
be there.
Stuff's already hitting me kind of hard.
Is it the absinthe?
Yeah, it's like 128
Perfect.
proof.
That's exactly what we wanted on this
Here you go,
podcast.
Mike.
Yeah.
Drink this up.
Well,
Drink
The
this,
end,
drink
the
this
end of
milk-
this podcast
this
is
milk
going to be
magnesia.
fucking great. The quiz is going to be awesome.
Tastes like sugar.
It gives you a really great. It's very mellow.
You're mellow.
The first time I started drinking it, I was like,
Oh,
I need
boom,
to smoke
roasted.
weed
Fuck yeah.
immediately, and that's why I didn't smoke weed.
You didn't smoke weed?
When I started drinking absinthe, I didn't. And
Then
then
you moved to Portland. You were like, I have to.
And then that's what you do. They
Well,
make you do that
it's,
here.
It's legal now, and it's $4.
Guys,
That's true.
guys everywhere else, it is so much cheaper here. What the hell?
It really is.
It really
They
is.
screwed up the tax laws.
Yeah.
It will be
But
expensive.
it'll
next
change,
October.
right? Yeah.
Next October, the price will go up.
Ding dongs. Anyways.
Ding dongs and
I'm
fiddlesticks.
buy a bunch before I go home.
Just transporting across state lines.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of marijuana, we now have an Amazon banner on our website that you can click. And did you know on Amazon.com you can actually buy a volcano vaporizer
Holy shit.
replacement valve?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, just a replacement valve?
Well,
Or you can buy the whole
can't buy the
volcano.
whole vaporizer?
You can also buy rolling papers. Pretty much you can buy everything but the vaporizer itself. All the
Really?
parts
You
are
can't
here.
you can't buy the volcano? Because the volcano literally is the best marijuana smoking device ever.
I mean, what's funny is it's categorized under
It is.
aromatherapy products, which I'm really enjoying.
Sure.
But you know what you can do? If you have a volcano
Weed is aromatherapy. I think that makes sense.
vaporizer, you can get the 6 easy valve balloons for on there. You can click our banner first on our website, huglifepodcast.com, and it'll take you there. And then you could buy your spare balloons for your volcano vaporizer.
You know
and then
what?
we
You
get a
know
little
what?
kickback.
Someone
Mike-
sent me today that you can also get that I feel like goes really well with a vaporizer.
What?
A sleeping bag suit. It's a fucking. It looks like a space suit, but it's a sleeping bag. It zips up.
They're
Cameron
giving
sent
those
it
to
to me.
homeless people. I thought I read an article about that
Ooh,
today.
That'd be great.
It's like
This is
there's,
all
like,
really
giving
going to
them out
connect
to homeless
together
people.
really well. This is going to be a great
So,
episode,
Mike,
you
It's
guys.
called a silk bag.
It's a what?
The self
A
bag,
silk SELK apostrophe BAG.
like sad elk.
Yeah, like sad elk silk bag.
There was a yellow one that's on sale. Cameron sent it to me.
Dude, there's an Iron Man one that's a sleeping bag suit.
Right. Okay,
Oh, it's
guys.
only $149.
Perfect.
And Mike, it's
Use
probably-
our Amazon banner.
Would it only fit your leg? It's probably just for a child,
Just for a child.
a rich, spoiled.
You know how bad I want to all wear sleeping bag suits and then fight each other. It's so fun.
With giant boxing gloves?
Yeah.
With Hulk hands?
No,
Hulk hands.
Rock'em Sock'ems. No, that's a robot
The-
one. What's
the-
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Battle
Ah,
sticks from American
like the gladiators? That would be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Or, no, there was the blow-up punch
The giant
things.
blow-up punching gloves.
Fuck, what are they called?
Giant punching bag.
Sock'em boppers. Suck it. Got it.
So click on
Be
our
your
Amazon.
Google search.
Click on our Amazon banner, and you can get yourself all of those items. And next little kickback comes to the show, and that helps us with like hosting fees. Like that's what we're going to use the money for. So it would
What's
really
that website
be
again,
nice.
Mike?
Huglifepodcast.com.
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 Sponsored content.
So easy,
Yeah.
and you can listen to this for free if you're already not
And
listening
it would
to
mean the world to us. Also, you guys can rate and review and subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. It helps so much. And you can also listen to us on Stitcher, and you can listen to us on Racketeer Radio every Thursdays at 7 o'clock p.m. If you like to listen to it in like a show format and not download it to your device or stream it using data, you can do it on the Internet Radio Show, Racketeer Radio, 7
Yeah.
o'clock on Thursdays.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
At me, Coletta.
At Monica Nevi.
What's your Twitter?
Yeah, you have.
Oh, I forgot mine. I don't use it anymore.
but
Sharkbite-
Instagram.
At Sharkbite Productions.
At
Yeah.
Sharkbite Productions is Nate's. Follow him on
Also,
Twitter.
you can follow me at Second Look Scripts.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's at Look Scripts. That's what it's
at
called.
Look Scripts.
You can tell how
You
much
guys
I
talk
use
more
Twitter.
than Drink absinthe.
You guys talk more than drink. I
Yeah, I don't like using. I hate
have
social
so much
media.
to talk about. It's not even funny.
You have so much to talk about?
You do.
Well, let's start. What do you want to talk
Can I
about?
talk
Mark?
about some good stuff first?
Yeah, you
just
can.
to just to knock it out of
Yeah,
the way?
knock out the
Actually,
good
there's
stuff.
one of these that you might know more about.
Uh-oh.
You ready for this shit?
Fuck.
Here comes the good stuff.
Is
Well,
it? I'm waiting.
Monica's just got to navigate her shitty phone real quick.
I'm gonna lean in.
Well, first of all, what I just read, I feel like is just evidence of karma in the world.
Okay.
So we all know I don't know. It was sad to me. Ronda Rousey got knocked out. Like that was sad to
It
me.
bothered
right,
you.
Right.
I
Did it
saw
bother
that.
you?
It did.
Really
Just because
bothered you.
she
There was
was
a little bit
like
of karma there.
my scary little. Well, yeah. So she was talking a lot, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Holly Holm was also talking a little bit. But then what just happened recently, I feel like everything is equal in my world now because Holly Holm met Jay-Z and then asked who his wife was. He was like, "What's your wife's name?" And she was like, she's gonna die probably. Illuminati shit, man. Holly Holm's gonna die. I swear to God.
That Hollywood
happen.
Illuminati's no joke.
Yeah.
I used to work with a guy
Beyonce.
convinced. He lived in L.A. He was just convinced of Illuminati conspiracy.
Really?
And a lot of forced gay sex between high-end Hollywood celebrities. Like, that's how you get in. Basically, at the end of the line,
I've heard some weird stories.
at the end
I
of the
don't know
line,
what
you either
happens
have to be
around there.
sodomized by Dr. Dre or Quincy Jones.
I would pick Quincy Jones. That's just. I feel like he would be a softer lover but
Because he has
that's
those,
just,
because he's got those scarves.
yeah, it's just. That's just me.
Because Quincy Jones looks a little bit like Billy D. Williams,
He's not known to hit women.
who
That's all
looks
I know.
upon us from afar.
Everyone drinking their absinthe.
Okay, Russian dog thing.
Russian
Replacement.
dog.
Oh, yeah,
you were
Russian
the one who
dog
told
thing.
us about that.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, a little
So
bit.
I will say really quickly, we're
See how
all
she does
aware
that? Sorry.
of
Cut
the
off.
Paris stuff. That's very bad, and it's hard for us because I would like to make note of those things, but it's hard to talk about it in a positive way because it's not. It's terrible. But Nate told us this story, and I was like, oh, that's a nice thing. So, do you want to elaborate on what
I'm
happened?
burping your microphone.
That's
Do
perfect.
it. Please do it.
No, I
Kelsey
don't.
did it last time.
I am a
Doesn't matter.
professional.
Kelsey did. Kelsey did it.
I am bad. I know Kelsey Cook.
Bakes did it.
Sir, I am no Kelsey Cook.
It's Kelsey Bake.
Oh,
I look really good with my headphones like this.
so, following the tragic attacks in Paris Friday the 13th, there were a series of police raids all over the country, some resulting in shootouts and arrests. And during the course of this, a Parisian police dog was killed.
Oh no.
And as a show of solidarity in the face of a growing global crisis, the Russian government felt that it would be the right thing to do to send the French government a replacement puppy.
A puppy.
Which I thought, it was like a German Shepherd dog or a Russian Shepherd. Or one of those giant Russian mountain dogs that are the size of
Oh,
bear.
those are so cute. I'm gonna look up Russian mountain dog. Sorry, keep going.
But I thought that was, if you want to find a glimmer of good out of some horrible events in the last couple of weeks, that's one of them.
Yeah. I thought that was nice.
The
to
other one is
hear.
just Parisians just out on terraces and cafes drinking
Hell yeah.
and giving the finger and smoking cigarettes.
I
I think
thought
that's
that was
really
dope. And they were immediately like, yeah, fuck
it's like
you.
we're not.
going
This is
outside.
our city, and I think that's quite a beautiful response to it.
Yeah. It's, dude, something crazy's going on. I don't like it.
Well, like I said before the podcast, because you've been staying at my house for
Yeah, we've been here for
weeks. Seems like it.
Weeks. We've been here for
Anything-
3 weeks, guys.
Anything that makes the
I bought your wife breakfast today, so I think that
Wow.
makes up for the 5 days we've
the
spent.
place that she
you did
works at.
also yes. You also
Was-
bought us a 12 or a Coors Light.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, which we got
Which-
drunk and watched Antiques
That's
Roadshow.
that's Portland.
Fun
That's
game,
Portland
guys.
currency.
Fun game.
Antiques Roadshow
Antiques.
drinking.
Oh,
game.
we should
Roadshow.
describe that to them too. After, I'm sorry, we got the good
Oh
news
yeah,
we planned.
Keep on track.
This is what the whole podcast is, a sidetrack, so it's fine.
True.
Yeah.
I'll
It's
make a note of it.
Is it fine? No, I'm just kidding. Let's go. What's happening next? I don't know. The next thing is related to the charity, so I'm going to save it, actually.
Okay, well then let's talk about the Antiques Roadshow drinking game real quick.
Okay.
Because I really
Yeah,
want to
okay.
talk about it. Because this is a really fun idea, and I
Yeah.
didn't know if you guys have like an Xbox or probably your TV might have it too. Because
Yeah, it's just an app.
There's a
You can
PBS
download
app.
it through anything.
And you can watch all these things for free. There's no subscription required, and they have like 1,000 episodes of Antiques Roadshow.
It's
on
over
there.
100 right now.
Oh,
It's 107 episodes.
Well, 1,000 is over 100. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah, so
But
booyah.
math, so
it's good math. That's good math
because
works right
school.
you can watch Antiques Roadshow. You can also watch. Isn't there anything you said that was on there that was really good?
there. Oh, you can watch Julia Child.
Arthur.
You can
Yeah.
watch Arthur.
Arthur.
You can
Fuck
watch
yes.
Frontline, This American Experience.
Oh, see, it's so great. Oh,
Arthur
that's
is
still got on the
what's
microphone,
up.
which is perfect.
Yeah, just
that was
put it in the
gross.
microphone.
That was
It's fine.
That didn't
beautiful.
taste good.
But yeah, so the way it worked, that didn't taste good.
Anyway, PBS, Frontline, American Masters.
But you can. So Nate showed us the drinking game of Antiques Roadshow, and so how do you play it, Nate?
Well, I stole it from Frasier because there was a Frasier
That
episode.
sounds like something that
Where
they would
the
do.
Only time anyone in the history of time has ever said that.
I stole
got
that
the
from
idea.
Frasier?
It was
I
just
stole my whole life from Frasier.
the
Excuse
basic
you.
idea was where Frasier and his dad realized they liked the same show, which was Antiques Roadshow, and they're drinking every time they say the word vernier.
Vernier.
And so
that's why the whole
Vernier
game
is
was
the all
okay.
drink.
Got it.
And so I just sort of expanded on it, and so you have a bunch of people, and you pick an art form, a category, a time period in history, keyword, a style, maybe your favorite appraiser.
Ooh,
Mine's the guy that looks like Paul F. Tompkins.
Yeah.
But I can't remember his name off the top of my
guy.
head. And go from there. You just take a drink for everything. Vernier is the all drink, but you can add to it or take away from it.
You could say anytime an old lady is excited, you all drink. That's
Anytime
fun.
an old
That
woman's
is good.
day is made.
Just
Ew.
like, oh my goodness. He's so
my.
excited.
I didn't even know.
I should take it out of the basement.
Yeah, I
It
had
was
this
ju-
behind a dresser for 3 years.
It was just wrapped in an old Confederate flag.
But yeah, it's a really fun drinking game, and you'll get smashed. I mean, obviously,
and you'll get smashed.
you can control
You
it.
can pace it
You
out
can
pretty well,
pace it
actually.
at based on like
If you watch
'cause
enough Antiques Roadshow.
Because initially I said I wanted to pick my time period was the 1800s.
It's a broad
And
stroke.
that's a very. If you did that, I would have gotten way drunk. I sunk it down to 1800 to 1850. and
yeah,
that
which was
a
still
good-
quite a bit.
Yeah, it was still. I drank a lot, so
Yeah.
What was
It
that?
was,
I had Chinese for one of mine, and that was like, it's Chinese this and Chinese. It was like,
yeah. Because anytime they say
whole
it,
can of beer gone.
yeah,
It's fun.
no one said Nana though.
Yeah.
No one
I
said
picked
Nana.
which I thought was going to be a real hot one. But no, everyone kept calling him Grandma, which is upsetting. I realize because I've never called any of my grandmothers Nana. But, that's fine.
You're a poser.
I felt like more people did that than I thought. No.
Call him Gam Gam.
Gam.
Gam Gam. Maybe they're just
mamaw.
embarrassed, so they
A
didn't.
mama.
My mama.
Someone said
I heard
Meemaw.
Meemaw.
Yeah,
Meemaw's
somebody said
great.
Meemaw on there.
I had a grandma and a mama.
The grandma and the mama.
The grandma and the mama.
Were they in a band?
That would have
fun.
been amazing.
That'd be amazing. An all grandma band.
An all grandma
All
band.
grandma
The grandmas and the mamas.
Grandma Lama Ding Dong.
What's an old lady name? Like a really old lady name.
Beatrice.
Yeah.
Beatrice
It'd be
Bell and the Meemaws.
Beatrice Bell and the Quilton Bees.
I'm so excited at that game though. Like, 'cause I'm really gonna go download the PBS app.
Why? I thought you were
it's
going to say, I'm
honestly-
really going to go down.
it
on
is
some
one of
old
my-
I'm really
ladies.
gonna go down on a Meemaw.
Some old ladies.
On a Meemaw.
If you're having like a low day and you just want to unwind,
I was gonna say that.
Antiques Roadshow is great for it. Because one, you will see a sweet old lady covered in pure joy.
Yeah, because your day will be made.
My
And it's a good
yeah.
feeling.
It's a
My
very positive
favorite
thing.
thing is like the
And you learn about furniture.
the younger guys that are like, I don't know, I fucking found this and I'm really high, so just tell me what.
Yeah, it
Tell
was
me
my. I was told it
Wearing a
was
tank
from
top
the
and this.
WPA. I was not expecting to be on television
This was my aunt's, and it's worth how much? Like what?
because I got to buy some
Right.
crystal methamphetamines.
But okay, so that's good. We got to move on because we don't want to spend too much time on this. We're already 17 minutes deep, you guys. We're really hitting it
we're
hard.
cooking it hard.
We are cooking with gas. Nate
Topics.
Patterson
That's
and
me.
I met doing improv, and I thought we should talk about improv.
Yeah, we can talk about improv.
Because there's some good things about improv and some bad things about
There's
improv.
a lot of both.
Both. There's a lot of both. We know Monica's feelings on improv, which are
Ooh.
that's her feelings on improv.
Hey, you know what?
No,
I
sometimes you don't
understand
like
that.
things you don't understand, you know?
Well, 90% of improv is garbage.
Well,
The goal is to have the 10% that is good in front of people that pay.
I've seen a
Yeah.
little bit of improv, and sometimes it's been okay, but most of the time it's not. And then I don't really understand like the differences between long form and short form.
So short
or
form.
games
I'm going
or
to break it
whatever.
down for you real
We
quick.
can
Yeah,
break
you-
it down. We were both directors.
He's
So-
literally told me this 3 times.
Yeah, short form is
Still
like
don't know.
whose line is it anyway? Like the game, like the old show, like where you play individual improv games that last like 3 to 5 minutes long, and then they're done.
So it's games.
And there's like and there's like a new story and a new thing. Long form,
Okay.
is when they take one topic or like 2 topics or
or they base like a 1-minute story and then like run with it.
run with it. So they get one suggestion and that's the whole show, and they just
Yep.
go.
So like when we do the piggyback show in Seattle, that would be long form. What they do.
Yeah, that's long form. Yeah.
Okay.
So the piggyback show in
I like
Seattle
that one.
is where they do a stand-up does a set, and then they do the beginning, and then a stand-up does a set, they do the middle, and then the
there's
And
headliner.
it's like based on the stand-ups, and they make
There's
it a
something
3-act play. It's
similar
pretty good.
here. If you guys ever get a chance to do the 7-on-7 show. in
Yeah,
Portland.
we've heard of that.
You heard of it.
Okay.
Sorry.
The 7 on
I
7
don't
is
know
similar,
what
where it's like,
It's
you have
like that?
7 comedians, and then Shark Bite, which was the company I was running at the time, we did a couple of shows there where it'd be, you'd have a comic, and then you do like 5 minutes improv based on the set.
Oh,
And so that was a lot of fun.
that is cool.
We finished one set where it was basically the NBA All-Star team having sex with each other. Improv style. It
Why
all
wouldn't
ends
you?
with just because the
They're all
comic
hot.
beforehand talked about an orgy with a bunch of black dudes. And so that's where we went with it.
That sounds good to me.
And her discomfort with the racism of the orgy.
Discomfort with it. Just
Yes.
like, I'm not okay with this.
I'm not okay with the names people are calling each other.
So we met doing improv in college. College improv is a different animal. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's because the college improv that I did, if you want to go back in time, is called Nut House. It was in WSU. I was director when Nate got there, and that goal of that
Never cast me.
I never cast you. Because to be fair, though, I was like, wasn't I like a senior and I was like on my way out? I'm pretty sure I was. Right?
I was there your last year's director.
Yeah, so
That was my
like,
first year.
I don't know. You were a dick, is what you
Yeah,
meant to
I was a dick. But anyway,
There were people cast in front of me. No, I'm not gonna
say.
didn't like- I don't
Let's
even-
call them out
this is what's
individually.
funny.
I will
Say
call
what's
them out
ever wrong with them.
individually.
This is what's funny.
Danny Dodge.
This is what's funny about this is I don't even remember the people I cast. I seriously,
Oh, wow.
I was like, I can't think. I can think of maybe 2 off the top of my head that I cast, and then I'm like, I don't know, because that's one thing about like college improv. That's your world.
Yeah.
When you like are in college, that's
That was
everything.
That was the fraternity, if you want to call it.
Yeah, but that's like the frat that I
That's
joined.
what we
yeah.
had. Yeah.
But like now looking back on it, it was just a way to make money to support the student theater organization. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it was, and in that way, it worked. Yeah,
It's still from doing like pro shows and like college shows afterwards and touring around Portland a little bit. It's still like the best improv I've probably ever seen.
really.
Yeah, live. I've seen aside from like when I saw Second City. There's Nut House when you were running it, and then later when Jared was running it, was a pretty well-oiled machine.
It's because you know what?
And I'm not trying to just
I'm a
suck you
pretty
off,
well-oiled machine.
but it.
Is this the absinthe? I don't even
This
know
is
what
the
it
absence.
does.
Just when it gets slippy, just
I don't even know what it
You're
does.
a hairy man, Mike.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
in all seriousness, like I learned a lot from watching you and Jared run, and that's how I ran Shark Bite. Was on that framework.
And I learned it from when like people before, like the people, like you just. It's a college improv is different because you're there 4 years and you're done.
Yeah, and then you're out.
And then you're out, and you work it like you run a business, and it really does not mean anything in the professional world when you leave. Like, yeah, you have an idea of what you're doing, but then after that, it's just like you gotta go through the class. It's like hitting the reset button. It's like when we moved to LA. It's like boom, you're hitting the reset button on your whole career. You're going back and restarting again.
And you start crying yourself to sleep.
And that's
all
exactly
over
what
Which is
again.
what I didn't want it when I moved
Like
here.
I ever
I was like,
stopped.
well, I'm just going to do it. I was just going to run my own thing. And that's why I don't do this anymore. The powers that be were like, well, you call yourself the best. You can't, there are people that have earned this. I was like, I don't care. I'm
And
the
that's-
best. We are the best because it's an improv team and who cares?
Yeah.
And I got blackballed out of a couple of places, and
See, well, that's why.
then I just made a television show to kind of.
That's why I left. That's why I left doing. I didn't do improv when I left college, is because I wanted it. I didn't want to have to deal with the team player kind of bullshit
Yeah.
that you have to deal with anymore. Because I wanted to do stand up because I thought like it's more of a challenge.
It is.
I think stand up is harder to like get like grasp than improv. Okay, I will say that. Good, and like I mean, obviously, super excelling at improv and super excelling at stand up, way different than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting the basics,
like
of just,
getting
like,
the basics down.
Yeah, but like I don't like the idea of letting someone else be in charge of what I'm doing.
That was it. Yeah,
And that's the main reason I didn't do improv anymore.
that's why I didn't want to like just join a troupe. I wanted to run I wanted to direct and
Yeah.
like host the shows
You wanna do
because
what you wanna do.
I'm self-absorbed and a snob.
That's what we all
So,
are, though. That's why we're all here.
We're creatives.
And that's why we have a podcast.
yeah,
Doo-doo-doo.
just drinking absinthe, just
Drinking
wax
I'm
and
just
modeling.
reading shitty quotes.
Just reading some quotes, getting shit ready. Monica Nevi.
Yeah.
I want to talk again. We haven't even talked about this, but another topic I want to talk about because we have never had this on the podcast before.
A left-hander.
A person that wears stocking caps indoors. No.
Also that. It's cold.
Two in the same room.
There's two in the same room. What's going on?
The apartment is cold.
It is very cold. I'm actually sweating. but
Portland
that's just
is
an always
cold.
thing. You were in the
Oh, God,
military.
so
I was in the
You were in the
military.
Navy.
I was.
You were a submariner,
I
like
was a-
Namor.
I was a squid.
Marvel character.
Like
Sub-
Submarine.
Is that squid? Is that like the term that
That's what we call it. Yeah, it was squids or bubbleheads, but I always like preferred squid.
do? So
Yeah,
does that
squid
mean
sounds
other
cooler.
people in the Navy that weren't submariners would call you a squid?
No.
So it's
It's
not like a mean
self
thing. It's like
name.
you.
It's
Yeah.
like a term of
Oh,
endearment.
that's nice.
Because what about what you told me? Shipmate. What's shipmate?
Oh,
mean?
shipmate.
It's
To all
like
my-
bless your heart.
To all
like,
my friends,
fuck you.
You're right. It's like bless your heart, except you're being it's being screamed at you by a 45-year-old angry man.
Oh no.
Shipmate is like, hey, shipmate, your shirt's untucked.
Oh.
Shipmate, your bed's not made.
Oh.
Shipmate, everything's on fire.
It's like a.
Shipmate means dipshit.
Yeah.
Hey,
Shipmate equal
dipshit, your
dipshit.
shirt's undone.
Oh. So when did you? What made you join the Navy though?
I was broke. There's nothing noble about it.
I kind of.
I
friends who
was
did that.
living in Boston, and I had been fired from a job. One of many jobs I've been fired from.
What was the job?
I was working at a summer camp. That's it.
What? How'd you get fired? I've done that shit.
This
I actually was fired
Is
for
it a
something I
weird
did
story?
not do.
This is like the epilogue of Wet Hot American Summer.
No, they all should have been fired.
was accused of calling a camper a cunt.
What?
That is the best reason I've ever heard.
Except
Holy
I didn't
shit.
do it. And then
Why not?
A mom was called, and that
A
was the end of
cunt?
that.
Did you call her a cunt?
And I was out in like 24 hours.
That's amazing.
So I had to move back home.
I mean, that's shitty. I would
Lost
have
my
to fire
job.
that person.
It
but-
was really shitty.
Yeah.
Had to take a 16-hour bus ride home from Western Massachusetts all the way to Ohio. If you haven't seen the 9 levels of hell, I suggest a local Greyhound bus across upstate New York.
Oh, jeez.
If you haven't seen Scary, you've never been to the Rochester bus station at 2 o'clock.
Ooh, I've heard Rochester's not a fun place.
It's horrifying.
Yeah,
you want to
well.
see like all of Bruce Springsteen's stories? Just do that. So I had to move back home.
And you're like, where can I call people cunts? I'll go to the military.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
6 months later, I joined the Navy. I was
Okay.
I was depressed. I couldn't find a job. I wasn't in school. I didn't have my degree. So after a night of bad sex, I woke up. I was like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, my life's a fucking mess.
Gotta get out
And
of
I
here.
just walked into the recruiting
That
station.
was
Did you
the
say
straw that
that?
broke
That
the
was the straw
camel's
that broke
back.
the
You were
camel's
like,
back.
there's not even
woman
good.
that you had
sex.
No, I
sex
never
with?
saw her again. I
You were like-
successfully avoided her.
Well, she's probably a fan of this podcast.
You
so-
Probably.
didn't, you didn't look at her and be like, I have to get my life together. And then you just slammed the door behind you and she never saw you.
You're
again.
the reason. You're the worst.
No, because I was house sitting for a family member.
That's
And it was
amazing.
on their bed.
That's even
It was-
better.
yeah, this is all just like bad shit.
I hear.
And the whole
Great shit.
Great.
whole place smelled like cat piss.
From
Anyway.
bad stuff comes
So
great
I
stuff.
walked into the recruiting station. I was like, I need to join the Navy because
Is that how you do it? You're
pretty
like,
much
I
just
would
walked
like
in.
to go
I'd
to
like
war.
join the-
Can I
we
do
were
that?
already at war.
Yeah.
They needed people.
They're like, yes, right now. Here's the thing.
And-
Shipmate, get over here.
Pretty much. I didn't want to join the Army or the Marines because I didn't want to get shot.
Okay.
And I didn't want to join the Air Force because I think their uniforms look like bus drivers. So I joined the Navy.
These are most appropriate
I don't want
reasons.
to be
I like
a
it.
bus driver.
And the Air Force did credit checks. So I joined the Navy.
The Air Force does credit checks?
Yeah, there's more clearance crap.
Interesting. I know they test your eyes.
But
That's all I know.
6 months later, I was in boot camp, and I volunteered to be on. Submarines are all volunteer, so I volunteered to be on a submarine because they offered me more money.
Oh.
I got a $7,000 bonus out of it, and in retrospect, I made a lot more money because you get promoted really, really fast. Wow, because I was special forces.
Was there better sex
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Better sex, a lot of butt stuff.
A lot of butt stuff. Butt stuff can be good.
Lot of
I
butt
don't know.
stuff.
Do they allow women on submarines now?
They do now. I believe the first women to be on a submarine will be next year.
But that wasn't when you
That's
were
fun
Not
for
when I was there.
us. Good job, ladies.
Good job, ladies. You
Well, you-
get the worst job
You told
you'll
me
ever
some
have.
pretty
Yeah, we can have shitty
terrible
jobs too,
things
you guys.
about being on a submarine.
Yeah,
Like, it's pretty
I could-
terrible.
It's like the best worst job you'll ever have because it's like I always call it like poor man's pride of like your job's bad. Well, let me tell you about life on a submarine.
yeah.
And then you kind of like swell up
Like,
a little
do you really
bit.
want to be the worst at this?
My job's
Cool.
so bad the president can't take away my label of submariner.
Really?
No, they can't. It's an act of you couldn't take it away even with an act of Congress.
Because that's like
It's
so
like-
hardcore.
They're like, you
It's
been
the
in
it is
there.
the very first special forces.
How
Submarine?
long,
SS.
Oh wow.
if you were going to
Submarine
go
service.
down, how long would you be under the water?
The longest I was deployed was 4 months, but I had friends of mine that went out after 9/11, and they were out for almost a year.
Oh, shit.
The only thing that keeps you underwater is food. You can make your own air. You can make your own water. You make your own power because it's all a nuclear reactor. But yeah, it's just food that keeps you under.
Dude,
And so yeah, they
where do you poop?
into the you poop in the ocean.
Do you? Just poop right out there?
Well, okay, the way this is how you-
This is a
do you
listener
guys-
question.
does
We got
your-
an email.
Do
They
you guys
wanted to know.
how you poop on a submarine?
I definitely
that's
do.
the most
100%
important question
I do.
right now.
All right, so here's how you poop on a submarine. It's not like your standard toilet with your ball flush valve with your little floating tank. Okay, the way it works, it's very basic plumbing. So you have a bowl, a standard toilet bowl,
Okay.
Not like a cereal bowl.
and you poop in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you fill it with water.
Oh.
Then you open up the drain valve.
Mm-hmm.
You let it go for a little bit. Then you close the drain valve. Then you turn the water off. If you fail to do any one of these steps, you don't know how to poop on a submarine.
Then you
If you
walk
fail
out
to
and you
do any
blame
one
it
of
on
these
someone else.
steps,
You will be judged by your peers.
you will be judged by your peers, yelled at, have to clean all the shitters.
Oh no.
And then because the poop goes into a tank. And you got to get the poop out of the
Okay,
tank.
so yeah.
So there's a couple ways to do this. When you're in port, there's a pump. There's a sanitation pump, and you just pump it out. It goes out in a hose and like goes into
Like an
a
RV.
barge, and you got to stand out and watch the hose because in February it could freeze and then poop explodes everywhere.
Oh no.
It's a very important job. I never saw poop explode.
Frozen poopy hose.
If you're at sea,
Oh.
Yeah, how do
you
you...
pressurize the tank. And then open the outside valve and blow all the poop out the side.
Just right there into the ocean?
Yeah, it just goes out in the ocean.
That's fun.
Again,
So it's like the submarine took a shit.
exactly.
It's like a submarine pooped your
submarine
poop.
poop.
I was like, however, if you fail
Maturities
in
on this podcast.
any of the steps, the poop comes back in the boat
Oh no.
because all the pipes are connected. So if you pressurize the tank and don't close off all of the correct valves, well, it's not going to go out the way of the ocean because
gonna-
of ocean pressure.
It's gonna go
It's going
out.
to go out through the kitchen.
Oh,
Did that ever happen?
Yeah, twice.
What?
Not when I was there, mercifully. Not when I was there. But the USS San Francisco, SSN 711, has had at least 2 massive shit fountains.
Shit fountains.
poop blowouts.
In the kitchen.
Because of the pressure of the tank, because it's hundreds of pounds of pressure,
Not
because it
gonna
has to
lie.
overcome ocean pressure,
Which is a lot.
you can't just like, I'll just close this valve.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, because it's so, like, the force of the poop is so powerful that you have to wait till the pressure equalizes. So it's hundreds of gallons of feces going all over the kitchen, or that's usually where it blows out, is like through the kitchen. Because,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's where it started anyway.
Dude,
it's full circle of life.
I know what I'm
that's
doing.
amazing.
Yeah.
That was super interesting. You're welcome, audience.
Thank you. I
Thank
knew
you,
you were
Nate.
all thinking it, so...
Everyone
You guys
was
are
like,
welcome.
how do you want a submarine?
Everybody wants to know about like how things operate on a submarine. It's
Yeah.
carefully.
yeah, very
in the military
carefully, or
and
else
then-
you will
isn't it-
shit on your...
Isn't it in all
Shit
branches of
mates.
the military, like the food they feed you is designed to keep you like as regular as possible?
I did that. I don't
How
know.
were your poops when
I
you were
pooped
in the
every day at 10
military?
o'clock.
Yeah?
No shit.
That's pretty
No pun
regular.
intended.
No shit, but it was like
And
every day.
that's
Like
pretty
I call
regular.
it was
Sorry.
10/20. My 10/20 poops.
I heard that on like
Gotta go.
I heard that on like the some show that they were talking about. It was like designed because it's like, do you want to keep you not
Regular and healthy.
vulnerable? Yeah.
I don't know if our food was designed for it because it was just cans and
So if you
food
just have
is
the
on a
same
submarine.
diet and
Yeah.
it's the same schedule every day, you're probably going to
It was a
become
weird
fairly
clock,
regular.
and you do fall into a routine very fast, or you go insane
Oh no.
because there's no sun and it's an 18-hour clock.
Yeah.
and you go insane.
Oh yeah, you were saying you're 18
I
hour shifts at a
bet.
time, right?
That's like being like...
So you're on 18.
No, you're on 6, and then you're off 12. Well, you're on watch for 6, and then there's a meal, and then you're what's called off-going watch, where you are fixing everything that broke while you were on watch, because everything breaks all the time on the boat.
Really?
Then you have another meal after 6 hours.
Toilet.
And if you get everything fixed, you can watch a movie, you can go to the rack, da-da-da-da-da.
What's the rack?
That's the bed. That's where you go to sleep.
Sleep?
What's that?
Or you can fuck around, you can torture people.
Is that what you
make
did?
you can
Torture
make your,
people?
You can make your
Like,
own
for real?
fun
Just
by
for fun?
making people who are weaker and smaller than you's lives miserable. Because that shit happens. Whew.
What's a fun thing to do on a submarine to mess around?
To mess around?
Yeah. What do you draw pictures? Do you tell stories?
They're
We
coloring.
watch a lot of movies.
You
And
watch
a
a lot of movies.
Oh,
lot
you
of
gotta watch
porn.
some movies. A lot of
A
porn.
lot of
porn.
porn.
There's
lot of
no
porn.
ladies down there.
There's no
so
ladies down there.
to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, nobody cares.
No, just kidding.
It's like Cell Block D.
Yeah.
It's just dudes helping each other out. But
Was
there's-
there some of that little
Yeah.
HJ circle?
Yeah.
And, oh, that's cool.
I didn't do that.
I mean, you
but
can do whatever
I'm sure
you want.
it did happen. I know it happened. I heard the stories. I didn't do that.
I mean, I wouldn't put that against anybody. Like
What else we like? You'd like tape people up, or
Tape people up.
you weren't supposed to do that. People got taped up when we crossed. Actually, the worst thing when I crossed the equator, I did a shellback ceremony, and
What's that?
yeah.
the shellback ceremony is when you cross the equator for the first time, where you go from being what's called a wog to being a shellback, which is a real sailor because you cross the equator.
Oh yeah, you've been
It's
all over.
one of probably the oldest tradition of the Navy. One of the oldest.
So do people on
Showback
normal
ceremony.
boats do this too?
Oh yeah, everybody does this. This goes back hundreds of years. To like
Pirates.
the equator. Yeah,
history
like
of
if
the
you watch
equator.
Master
More
and Commander,
than 1,000
Yeah.
they do a shellback ceremony in Master and Commander.
Uh-huh.
But basically, I had to
That
like
movie's horrifying.
I had to sit in a bucket. Yeah, it's life at sea.
Yeah.
I had to sit in a bucket of ice. I had to crawl through. Pretty sure there was vomit. A lot of like rancid food and maybe excrement.
Oh.
I ate a cherry out of a very fat man's belly button. It's called the Big Baby. Oh yeah. Also,
That's the only reason
he
he's
was
there. Like
dressed
he's not even.
like a
baby?
man in a diaper
I just love the fact
covered in chocolate sauce.
that you have those things.
Also, this entire time
makes me
I was
so
only
happy.
wearing underwear that was on backwards. I was picking peanut butter out of me for days.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, and then like when you get out of it, you're just like, "Yep, you're shellback. Now clean this fucking mess up."
Welcome to the
welcome
club.
to the welcome to the club.
I'd rather be beat up. I think that
can
sounds
happen, too.
terrible. Yeah.
No, I mean, it does. The
Shellback
Navy's actually really, really cracked down on hazing because people have been killed.
Oh,
Like
no.
hazing gets out of control.
Yeah.
It is like a giant frat. Lot of yeah, it's the frat.
It's a frat.
it
Frat
is.
mentality.
It is a
type
frat
of
mentality.
stuff. That makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
though.
I don't know. I got lots of Navy stories.
I know. I know you do. That's why
Yeah.
you're here.
Uh-oh.
I'm so excited. I don't know which is like. Is there one because they can get dirty? I
Oh,
know
yeah.
that they get real dirty, especially when you stop in port. I remember those.
Yeah, fortunately my wife knows all of these stories. So
She's just lurking around.
I am
like, what
perfectly
is
happy to
happening?
tell any one of them. If you want me to tell the story of how I went to a brothel, I will tell you the story of how I went to a brothel.
Yeah, Monica's in. I'm in.
All right.
I love
I'm shameless.
brothels. No, I don't.
By the way, I'm a
either.
professional editor as well. If you have a manuscript out there. So, when I was in, we pulled on a deployment, we went to South America. We were doing counter narcotics, drug operations down there. And we were going to pull into Panama City. It was actually, oh my God, it was the week before Thanksgiving. It was like
What? It was like right now.
2000, it was, God damn, it was 9 years ago last week.
Wow.
Which makes me feel very old now. That it was 9 years
Well,
ago.
you
So we
were-
pulled into Panama City.
12 then. So
12 years old.
Yeah, you're looking good now.
The youngest lad in the Navy. Just looking to get his dick wet. But like when you go on leave or you pull into port, there is a clock. And that clock is going to tick down. And eventually you have to go back out to sea. And so in that clock, it's like you're going to get in a fight, or you're going to get really drunk, or you're going to have sex.
Or a combination of the
Or a
three?
combination of the three.
Okay.
Is there a prize
Because
for
that's
getting all
like my
three?
Friday night.
Jail.
Jail's the
You
prize
go
for
to,
getting all
you go
three.
to the brig.
Okay.
You have a drunken sex fight, and you go to
Drunken
jail.
sex fight. So we pulled into Panama, and my first full day there, and we had to be back on the boat by 9
PM?
p.m. There was a curfew, so the clock was even shorter.
Oh, jeez.
So you couldn't like go fuck around during the day. Like there's a clock.
Yeah.
So when the ships pull into Panama, they pull into the old Rodman Naval Station, which is no longer being used, but that's where the ships pull in because they can defend it. And taxis have to have a special privilege to go pick up sailors.
Oh,
They have to
really?
be cleared by the embassy and the consulate.
So, like when Uber can't go to the airport.
Exactly.
It's just like
Yeah, it's the
that.
same thing. Okay.
These taxi drivers, they are your best friend. They're your guide. They're your bodyguard. They are the map. They are where all the restaurants are, and they're a pimp. They're your pimp.
I was going to say.
So we
Sex partners.
pull off.
Sex parties.
Sex parties. We hop into this guy's cab because he had air conditioning. Call him Loco Tony. Loco Tony had air conditioning.
Crazy Tony.
And
Is it just translation for anybody?
Thank you so much, Monica.
whoever made the first suggestion, we ended up at a mall. I was not happy about that. So it was a very nice mall,
There
but
are
I
no
could find
hookers here.
There's
that what you said?
exactly. There were nothing. It was just a mall. Now, I didn't know what I asked him next would lead to where it led.
So it's your fault. This whole story is your
This
fault.
entire story was my
great.
fault. It's how I got 20 guys probably should be in big trouble.
Oh, yes.
Because there were like 2 cabs, so maybe 10 guys. And the rest showed up later. So we get back, and this fucking shit kicker that was on the boat was like, we're just going to go to another mall. It's like, no. There are malls in America. So I was like, Loco Tony, we just want to meet some girls and like maybe get a drink, maybe a little food. He's like, I know the place, my friend.
That's never good.
I know the place. And off we go. And all of a sudden we are like in the barrio of Panama City. Like there's chickens in the street. Like
Yeah.
Sounds like a great
parts of
situation.
the city looked like it had been attacked because it had been
Right.
in 1988.
And just left it there. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're looking around. I was like, is this like Man on Fire? Are we being? We should have paid attention to the port review where they told us not to get kidnapped. And we pull into what appears to be an abandoned tire store.
Oh,
We
jeez.
pull into the back, and there's like a patio with an iron gate, and this woman in jeans and a tank top just smoking a cigarette. And she's waving at us. We go by, we're like, where the fuck? It's like, come on in. And the gate slides over. It's like, this is like a trap.
Oh, no.
This is like, and we go in, and we go down this little hallway, and we go into this, there's like a little reception desk, and then there's around the corner, there's a 4-stool bar, and a bunch of empty tables, and an empty dance hall that's like 100 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
And a TV at the end just playing porn. And we still don't know where the hell we are.
Oh, no.
And a friend of mine and I, we sit at the bar and order a drink. And in the time it took to order 2 beers, have a sip, and turn around, every seat was full of women.
Really?
Holy
It's like, where the
shit.
fuck? We was like,
What?
where do these women come from? And they're like, wait a minute. I think we're in a whorehouse. It's like, what?
Dawns on you?
It's like,
He's like,
I think
well, you
we're in a-
said you wanted
'cause it was like,
ladies.
where'd all these ladies come from? Why are they dressed like it's Saturday night? Don't they have jobs? Oh, they're at work.
They're
This
at
is
work.
their job.
They're at work. I was like, I think we're in a whorehouse. And he's just, what do we do? I was like,
Fuck a whore.
fuck a
Oh,
whore.
yeah.
and so I like made a glancing eye contact,
Ooh.
and the girl just like walks up, and it was like $60 for 45 minutes.
That's a good deal.
fair
It's a
deal.
great deal.
That's a great deal.
It was a great deal.
It's the worst thing as a
Were you at
feminist
the
I could say. It's a
Costco
pretty
of
good
brothels?
deal.
It was honestly, it was a blast because everybody there was like in their 20s. It wasn't like we ordered pizza. You want to be a king? Order 12 pizzas to a whorehouse.
Yeah. Fame is a
Pizzas
choice.
in a whorehouse.
It was blast. We were there for 3 days.
In the whorehouse?
Yeah, well, I had to go back to the boat, but we just kept going back to the whorehouse. It was like,
just
that's
go-
where all our friends are. They keep having sex with us.
They care about us, okay? They care about us.
They want to
and our
hang out
needs.
with us. They're
It only
very
got
cool.
weird
$60.
when there was like an old businessman would walk in, or like a merchant marine sailor. Like he came off of like an oil tanker or something. All of a sudden, it was like,
What are you doing here?
all of a sudden, it's like, that's right, we're in a whorehouse. This isn't a fun party. It's,
Yeah. It was our fun party until a stranger showed
the
up.
stranger came out,
Look at this
crashed all these
creep.
chicks' buzz.
Killed these chicks' buzz.
But the beers were like a quarter.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course
They were a quarter. You could get a shot of local rum for $1.
You know what has no overhead? Having sex. Does not have any overhead.
was-
So there you go.
It was a lot of fun. Probably wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
But it's just like one of those bucket list things.
You
got
were a
checked
20-year-old, yeah.
off. Can't wait to put this on Facebook so my grandma listens to it.
So
Yay.
excited.
I'm excited.
Dude, life experience. That's
You have
great.
okay. This is what sucks. We're at 45 minutes already.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
So
are you serious?
yeah, I'm dead serious.
Oh,
so
no.
we need to do the thing that Monica and I have planned. This is our new segment. I don't know what we really call it. We call it like
Top 5 turnaround.
Top 5 turnaround.
Uh-oh.
You want-
I've named it in my head.
That's what your name is. Top 5 turnaround. So the way this works is Monica is going to read us some things, and then we have to spin them to be positive, and they're probably going to be terrible. So, for example, the last time we did this, it was Halloween costumes that were inappropriate. Some examples are Cecil the Lion, or people
was
in
not
blackface.
That was offensive. Cecil the Lion, not offensive.
Not offensive.
Right. So, I mean, it's up to you guys. Interestingly enough, Mike and I watched the GOP debates when we
Yeah.
were in
Ooh.
Montgomery, Alabama.
You
of all
had nothing
places.
to do.
No, we didn't. But there's a
Lots of
lot of
free time,
stuff, a lot of stuff going on with that side of the party, the aisle there. You know,
Go
stuff's
on.
just happening. I don't know how you, as a former military employee, feel about Republicans in general or the
much time do we have
election.
left?
Yeah, I don't know. We also live in Portland, but
The fact that that party sent hundreds of thousands of men to go fight for a lie, and over 6,000 people were killed, all in a lie. It's unconscionable.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think that gives us a general.
That gives us a general
your
idea.
general point of view, which I think is pretty similar to most of the people that are listening to
Yeah,
this.
probably.
So I've been waiting to do this one for a while because it's really hard for me to read these without laughing.
Okay.
Okay, and this is going to be the top 5 times Ben Carson did not care about political correctness.
It's going to be real fun. So we got to try to spin these positive.
I gotta,
Okay.
I gotta figure this. So I'm gonna
stretch it all
tell you what he said, and then you guys. Oh man,
We
this
do
is
this
gonna
as a
be
team.
tough.
So you and I are
Yeah.
a team. I'm glad
Okay.
I'm not
Could
alone.
maybe,
It's you and me, baby boo.
You know how
do this.
PC I am.
Yeah, I know.
Ready
You're
for
ready for
this?
this.
Okay.
About how I had sex with a prostitute.
Yeah. But it sounded like a fun party, honestly.
Yeah, it was
It
It sounded to me like you went to an expensive party. Okay.
It was a great.
yeah. Somebody loved you.
I
Okay.
had to spend my money, or I would drown at sea.
Oh, yeah.
It's totally fine. All right. Ben Carson on whether being gay is a choice. Because a lot of people who go into prison straight. And when they come out, they're gay. So did something happen while they were in there? Ask yourself that question. That's the quote.
That's
I
a
can't-
real quote?
That's
It's
a real quote
fucking
of him,
quote.
like saying, "Hey, you know what rape is? It's just life changing.
Just turns
Just like,
everybody
just-
gay.
It's just what
He said that, right? Isn't that the most ridiculous thing?
How do you positive spin this?
you can't positive spin rape.
No. The only way that could be a positive spin if someone thought they were straight, went to prison, did not get sexually assaulted, but learned they are gay, and then that was a positive life experience.
I think that's possible, but I think what you're doing right now is saying that is a true statistic,
It's
that
not.
a lot of people go into prison
But it's
straight and
not.
come out gay, but that's not. That's
it's
not even
a
close.
statistic at all.
It's a dark, terrible lie told
God,
by
next
a
one.
madman.
This is tough. I mean,
It's
it was a
gonna
lot
be
easier to do the costumes.
What other horrible things did he say? Something about
Ready?
Asians?
This is just him talking about political correctness in general. Ready? Quote, I mean, our society is very much like Nazi Germany. I know you're not supposed to say Nazi Germany, but I don't care about political correctness. You had a government motherfucking. Hold on.
Did you say motherfucking?
No, there's an ad that popped up. Okay. You had a government using its tools to intimidate the population, and now we live in a society where people are afraid to say what they actually believe. So basically what he's saying is because everybody is so afraid of being politically correct, that is just like Nazi Germany.
Well,
But that's incorrect. But just on the basis that Facebook and Twitter exist, people are constantly saying what they really believe all
That's
the time.
True. That is true.
Like all the time.
yeah, no, that's just like a standard. Honestly, I just read an article on this. That's one of those standard. If you're like far right fascist, not I'm calling Ben Carson a fascist, but it's one of those tactics that you would use to shut down your opposition by
If
like
you want to say a dick.
usually it's a red herring argument. I was a political science major.
Oh,
Yeah.
Next quote.
this is tough. Ready?
Yeah.
This is this is on the advanced placement history class. So AP history
Really
class.
serious shit.
Okay, now I took AP history in high school, so I'm ready for this.
Okay.
I took
well,
AP
then
US
you.
history, too.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. I didn't
Quote.
take European, but
I think most people, when they finish that course, they'd be ready to go sign up for ISIS.
Wow. Well, as a veteran who
Who took the AP
actively
history?
fought in the war on terror, Ben Carson, you're incorrect about that. That fact is 100% incorrect.
so you're supposed to say, is it U.S. history?
It just said AP
Or is
history.
he talking about the biasness in history books?
Is this
that what he's
because
talking
he
about?
thinks
Just
that
as
the
the AP
pyramids,
history class. So
is this
I
because
don't
he
know if
thinks
it's
the
world
pyramids
history,
are full of grain?
possibly.
I know.
I think I have
Look,
a good
AP history
summary.
and the History Channel are not the same thing.
It's hard to argue these when you don't understand them. Like, genuinely don't get what he's
Well, that's
talking
because
about.
wait, was he like on Quaaludes while he was? Because he always
Dude,
looks like he's on Quaaludes.
He talks like he's high as fuck, like all the time. Like just
Have
so,
you seen his portrait of him with Jesus?
Yes.
That looks like it was drawn by.
him like with
It
his
looks like it
arm
was drawn
around
with
him.
the left hand of a right-handed
Dude,
man.
I will say I think I have a summary of all this that could be positive. But shit. Oh, have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you know the scene when it doesn't give anything away, but when he's driving the car, he's on Quaaludes and he's driving the car, and he thinks he's like
Doing
a
great,
good
and
job,
he just, like,
and then he gets
destroys
he
the
gets the car
Lamborghini.
home, and it's just fuck. That's how I feel like Ben Carson is. Like he's like, no, this is totally fine. This is totally fine.
Doing
and then
great.
it's
I
just shit's on fire essentially. Like
I
when
would
he's
posit
talking.
that you could put that with, I would say, how many are left? 12, 11 of the Republican candidates. I might
Yeah.
give John Kasich a couple, just because he's the governor of my home state. But he's still kind of a madman as
I
well,
like this one is.
but less of a madman as the other 13.
What's the next one, Monica?
All right.
I got all my money on Bobby Jindal.
How many is this?
Jindal
Is this the third or
2016.
the fourth one? I don't know.
This is the third one, I thought. Or four, no, this
I
is
think that was the fourth one.
This is the fourth one.
This
now.
is the fourth one. Okay, on Obamacare. You know, Obamacare is really, I think, the worst thing that has happened to this nation since slavery. And
Well-
it is, hold on, it is in a way, it is slavery in a way because it is making all of us subservient to the government.
Well, I can't judge Obamacare on its merits against slavery until 400 years from now.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, we don't know. It may be an economic boon or the worst crime this country has ever committed.
I really thought I could do this,
Oh,
and
this is
it's
my
it's
favorite
really
one.
hard.
I've known Mike for a long time, and I've never seen him not smile for this long.
I'm really
It
bummed
really
out
is
right
tough.
This
now,
is
you
really
guys.
depressing because this man has a
Sorry.
national megaphone.
That's I
hurts.
think that's the key to this whole thing. But we'll do this one because one more, sorry, because this one made me laugh so hard because it's so ridiculous. Like it's not, dude, if you're
Yeah.
having a bad day and you feel maybe you had a meeting and you said something that seemed kind of stupid or you asked a question that maybe everybody else was like, "Pff, I already know that. Just read a Ben Carson quote because I'm pretty sure you're doing better than him. All right, this one is on Obama's appearance. When a colleague said the president looked clean, his shirt's white, the tie, he looks elegant, Carson responded, like most psychopaths. That's why they're successful. It's the way they look. They all look great. So, but he's telling
Wait.
a lie. So psychopaths look good. Did you guys know that?
Jeffrey Dahmer was unshaven. He had a mullet. He kind of looked like Scott Thompson from The Kids in the Hall. All not looking good. There's a great Scott Thompson bit where he just like, also I look just like Jeffrey Dahmer. They bring up the face, they look identical.
I don't.
Strong disagree.
That's good.
I have known some disheveled psychopaths. They are probably still in the Navy. Some of them were well
They're a
dressed.
positive spin. If you want to be a psychopath, don't worry about the way that you look.
Yeah, you can just join the Marines.
You can do it, psychopaths. I don't know. This is so hard, you guys. This is so
Sick
hard.
burn on Marines.
Maybe he had just watched American Psycho and he was like, Christian Bale is a hottie. You know, he looks good. He's a
I just got to
businessman in
stroke
that
it
one.
off real quick to Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get ready for this debate. I'm Ben Carson.
Yeah.
Was that the last one?
Yeah. Are you okay emotionally?
I
right
don't
now?
feel okay.
You don't feel like
Do you want me to tell you another Navy story about hookers or?
We're at 54 minutes right now.
I
already.
think
This is
the
crazy. This is the fastest
overarching
going so quick right now that I'm like, I want more time.
I think the overarching positive thing to Ben Carson is that
Oh, I know what
you
it
can
is.
really just do whatever the fuck you want, guys. Like, how the fuck did he get there? There's people who are too smart that go, I can't do that. That's ridiculous. This guy is so dumb that he's like, oh yeah, I can do whatever I want and I can say whatever I want. And he gets away with it and he's still doing it. So if you're even a little bit smarter or you're really smart and you're afraid to maybe do anything, stop. Just do it anyways, guys.
I
Just
think the
fucking
positive
do it.
Just know you're better than Ben Carson.
Yeah.
The positive spin is watching the inevitable flame out.
Oh yeah. Something.
Like
is
that's like with him and with Trump, or honestly
Some
with
sweet Trump
Jeb
quotes, too.
exclamation point. I feel like we're currently watching the Jeb Bush flame out. Or just horrifying Skid. He's like the coyote. He's gonna hit that, he's gonna hit a painted cave. But that's what I'm really looking forward to in the next 6 months is like flame out after flame out after flame out.
Oh, it's gonna
after
happen
flame
too.
out.
That's the thing that bothers me the most is how early this shit all starts. It still
it's
bothers me so
exhausting.
much. I really hope they would make a rule like in Canada where it's like,
Or yeah,
it's like a certain time period beforehand. You can't do anything until this time, and you have to do it.
When Citizens United kicked in, that changed everything. That's why there's so much more money now. I can campaign 2 years in advance because I have a billionaire backer. They've all been bribed, which is I think is the most disgusting part of this whole process. Is they're all bought.
There's just so much more money involved in it.
Certainly on the right, and probably on the left.
Hey,
as
do you
well.
guys
Oh, yeah.
do you guys want to take a quiz on prehistoric animals?
Yes, I love
Feel
dinosaurs.
That's not the one we're doing because I totally just closed it.
You just close it.
Yeah, I
You
thought
should
the
open
other-
it again
I love
Why
dinosaurs.
would we do this one and not the Thanksgiving one?
because it's more fun to talk about prehistoric animals afterward.
But tomorrow's Thanksgiving.
Okay, we can do Thanksgiving.
But this won't go up. Wait, it is tomorrow. This will
We'll
go up.
do Thanksgiving. We'll save the animal one for next week.
But
All right,
I
we
love
can do
dinosaurs.
the animal one. Cause, whew.
We did a Thanksgiving quiz last week too.
Yeah, let's do the animal one then.
Okay.
We're gonna
Motherfucking
fucking whine
dinosaurs.
about it.
All right, Monica's not being positive. Which extinct animal are you?
Oh,
You ready for it? I already took the quiz, Nate. You know the way this works, right? I tell
Yeah.
you the questions. You.
I'm very excited for this. This
Okay,
is like
you ready?
This is like my
Let's
wedding.
do
It's the
it.
high point of the
This
year.
is right. Pick a vacation plan. Let's go skiing, scuba diving. Can we just chill at the beach?
Oh, yeah, girl.
Leave me alone. I want to journal. Who's that guy? There's no time for vacation. Caving, TFW. What does TFW stand for?
I have no idea.
Maybe they meant FTW, like for the win. But
Oh.
fuck
Or
with
fuck the world.
Hang
Yeah.
gliding classes, or let's visit a castle.
it.
I know who's that's gonna be. Or where the fuck am I? And it's a guy with a bottle. He's drunk.
Dude,
I chose scuba diving. What'd you-
castle.
I'm gonna go with
Suck it.
ooh, Jesus. I like all those things. I'll go with hang gliding
hang gliding
because I've
Okay.
never been hang gliding.
Monica's
That's pretty
choosing,
cool.
Monica's choosing the castle.
Yeah.
Then you got to pick a pattern. So look at these patterns and pick one, Nate. I picked the one on the middle right.
This is weird. Why would that be a...
I'll pick. Oh Jesus, fucking! This is like a Rorschach test.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'll pick the center bottom.
Center bottom.
Whoa, that's what I picked.
Well, you guys both picked center bottom. That's just
That was my
crazy.
name in high school.
Center bottom.
Boom.
And now
This
you
is
gotta
an
pick-
amazing
Now
question.
you got to pick a moment from Drake's Hotline Bling song. music
So
video.
many turtlenecks.
So I picked
Yeah, I
the
can
middle
see it.
right where it's yellow and he's in the poofy coat and it looks like he's kind of leaning to the left.
I'm gonna go dead center.
Dead center
Where
where
it looks like he's fleeing.
he's running
Let's turn
away
it
from
around.
you.
Dude, I don't know. I'm into that turtleneck. I feel like
Wait, is it a white turtleneck? Like he looks like an RAF?
It's like a gray.
I'm gonna
furry
go
turtleneck.
Gentlemen.
middle left, where he's in the turtleneck with the white pants, and you can see his Timbs, but he's like very clearly singing real hard to this
Yeah.
girl.
Gentlemen, white
He wants to know
turtleneck,
where that
cable knit.
hotline
It's a good
blinks.
look. You can look like George Papard in any movie from the 1950s.
Oh, nice.
Good work.
It's your RAF
So
slash
fashion
submarine
tips
sweater.
with Nate.
All right, fashion tips with Nate.
Put it with a pea coat. It's a good look.
Pick a Greek goddess: Aphrodite, Artemis, Athena, Hera, Hygeia, Circe, Gaia, Persephone, or Nyx.
Well, since I just told a story about fucking a bunch of prostitutes, I'm gonna go with Aphrodite.
Yeah, girl.
A
I went
bunch
with
of
Athena.
prostitutes. I went with Artemis because I think I got her on a different quiz.
All right. Sorry.
Can't wait for my mom to hear this because she will listen.
Woo! Hey, Nate's mom.
Nate's mom, what's up, girl? I don't know. Pick some outdated 90s slang. All that. Bangin', slammin', the bomb, dank, don't go there, freaking or swing. I picked dank because why not say dank more?
I had a middle school flashback
the only
when
one
you
I
said
still-
all of those things. I'm gonna go with swing
Swing.
for Wayne's World.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to go with Don't Go There. That was my favorite.
All right, and now you got to pick
Don't
a
go
mustache, Nate. Okay. and
I've worn several.
I think
Mustache.
This is the last question, so I can't. I picked the
No,
middle
there's
one with
two.
the
There's
waxy one.
another question
Middle
after
waxy
that.
curly
Oh,
one.
see, what they don't have is my mustache, which is like gigantic Burnside
The Civil War beard.
Civil War beard.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the closest thing I see to it, which is it's like a handlebar with like a little jump off. It would be on the display. It's top right.
These
Top
are
right,
all
yeah. That's a
very.
It's handlebar with like it kind of looks like a Prussian cavalry.
That's a
commander.
great mustache.
Yeah.
So we're all pretty similar, not gonna lie.
Now you got to pick a geologic time period. So you got to pick
Precambrian.
Cambrian,
Damn, it's not on there.
Yeah.
Ordovician, Devonian, Permian, Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous, Eocene, or Pleistocene. Pleistocene? Pleistocene.
I'm gonna go with Cambrian because the Ohio fossil is the trilobite
Ooh.
from the Cambrian period.
Triassic, that's fun. Okay. Ready?
Ready, Monica. Who are you?
I'm a mastodon.
Ooh, what's your thing say?
Good. You are just like the noble mastodon, the elephant ancestor of the Ice Age. Like a mastodon, you are deeply intelligent, stoic, and principled. Boom.
You are stoic.
That's pretty. Thank you for giving me none of the other ones. Fuck you.
You have no principles.
People follow your lead and take your advice extremely seriously, even if your hair is a bit disheveled from time to time.
You were adjusting a lot in that show. You're like,
I do move my hair a lot more now.
I think
don't
I
know
should
why.
be a mastodon.
It's also long as fuck.
You know what I got, guys?
What you got, Mike?
I'm a pterosaur.
ooh.
You are just like a pterosaur, the first vertebrate creature to evolve the ability to fly. A fierce predator, the pterosaur was innovative, fearless, and deadly. You may not be deadly in the literal sense, but are not the kind of person that should be messed with. Luckily, most realize your brash brilliance and choose not to cross you. I am the farthest thing from a pterosaur. I feel like
Yeah.
Well, mine was
I'm excited
right.
now.
I'm so
gonna lean
excited for
forward
what you got. 'Cause
in
I
Top
want to
Gear.
know if you know what this is. That's what's exciting me.
Oh.
You are the hallucigenia.
What?
I might need to see a
Absent.
picture.
I'm going to show you a picture. It's fucking terrifying. You are the nightmarishly wild hallucigenia, one of the earliest animals ever to live on this planet.
So you're
People
old
are
as
so
fuck.
confused when they first found hallucigenia that they reconstructed it upside down. That's just like you. You are a fucking wild card, unpredictable, enigmatic, and a goddamn blast to be around. And
Goddamn
here's a
right.
picture of the hallucigenia. It's like this spiny-looking
Oh.
slug worm.
That is badass.
Yeah, it looks scary though. It's really
yeah,
good.
looks like it would operate under the fucking water.
Yeah,
like
dude.
a submarine.
So now we gotta do the charity because we're pretty much running out of time. So
Dude, I'm
You have a-
distracted.
you have a
one
charity
of my
right now?
one of my
I do
former
have- I
high
do
school
have a charity.
classmates posted a cheer video. Anyway,
I do have a charity I want to talk about.
Okay.
Which I was lucky enough to have used while I was in the Navy. That's the USO, the United Service Offices. The USO, they do they do a lot more than just do stand-up comedy specials and entertain the troops
Yeah.
overseas,
Nice.
which is a really cool thing. But I think the best thing they do is it's all run by volunteers. If you're ever in an airport and you're an active service member and you're stuck, they have a bed for you. They have food. They have coffee. And you can just crash there at times for weeks. Because when I was in Seattle, I got drunk and slept in the Seattle airport of the USO. But also while I was there were 24 Marines that had been there for 4 weeks.
Oh,
Whoa.
holy shit.
So living in SeaTac.
Ugh.
How did that happen? Just like their
There's
flights
just
got delayed?
Flight
That's what
orders. They're waiting on orders.
Oh,
Wow.
They
weird.
just had to
Oh,
stay at
man.
the USO. It's all run by volunteers. It's a really wonderful organization, usually by like the volunteers or veterans. But yeah, that's I think the best part of it. So yeah, the USO, they're great.
So can you
That's a
just
great
donate
charity.
to
You
them?
can donate
Is that
to the
best way?
USO. Yeah, you can just donate directly to them. They've been around, I believe, since World War One. And originally it was to help, I believe, service members transition back out of the military.
That's a
Which
great
is very
charity,
important.
Nate.
Damn right.
That's a
was an
fantastic
awesome
charity. I will
one.
include that link in the description.
Thank you. I got another link if you want to include it too. It's an equally fantastic organization.
Oh,
I think we have enough time to talk about a little shave ice.
we do,
Yes,
but
yes,
let's
yes,
Monica
yes.
do this.
Oh.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah, we'll end with that because
Okay,
that's
yeah.
great.
Cool.
This week, I'm super excited about the fact that maybe the best way to do charity is just fucking do it yourself.
yeah.
I was reading an article earlier, and there's these people in, of course, Canada that will
always
take
Canada.
jackets, like donated jackets, and they put them around a pole, like they zip it up around a pole, and it just has a tag
Oh, yeah,
on
I
it.
saw that.
Yeah, it has a tag on it that says like, "Hey, this isn't anybody's. If you need a jacket, just take it." Like this
It's
is
also starting to happen in Eugene.
yeah, I think that's awesome. I think it's super cool. So there's just people, whatever. We all have issues with like, okay, we're going to donate to this thing. Is this a good thing? I try to find charities for us that are good on like Charity Navigator, but you never really know where everything's going. So this is a pretty good way to be like, hey, this is right to you. And in fact, two stand-up comedians in Seattle, Annika, Sheila, and Mitch Mitchell decided to put an Indiegogo thing together, which at first I was like, Indiegogo, let's not do that. But what they're doing is they're making backpack packs to hand out to homeless people that have like a blanket, socks, toothpaste, toothbrush, like a bunch of different things in there, and then they can just hand them out. And they started out with like they wanted to make 25, so it was like $500 was their goal, but people have really been helping, so they upped it. And so you guys can still go on there, and I think it would be awesome if we could get like a ton of them. But that is literally like they're going to take them and hand them out. Like there's not a whole lot of middleman you need to worry about there. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Or you know what, if you're all about it, fucking do one yourself.
Yeah.
Or find some, I don't know, just go help some people, man. Especially because it's almost Thanksgiving, or it is tomorrow. It will be
Yeah.
tomorrow.
So give,
All right.
scumbags.
Let's talk about some shaved ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very special. Wait, do you want to do it?
Yeah,
I was like, I thought you were
Yeah, go
leaving
now.
it. So, my lovely wife, Bailey, she has her own company, and it's So Simple Shaved Ice. Which, speaking of Indiegogo is a great organization.
It is. All that
sorry.
stuff is great.
Sorry, I should clarify. It's a GoFundMe page.
There's a GoFundMe.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
I'll have a link to it in the description of this
It
podcast.
doesn't
So you
matter.
guys will
It's
find.
going to be up there. It's
Not
one of those.
Not for So Simple Shaved Ice. So Simple Shaved Ice is currently in a fundraising mode. What So Simple Shaved Ice is, and I really wish she wasn't asleep so she could talk about this better than I am. She's made a line of artisanal syrups from all natural ingredients here in Portland. They're all locally sourced, and she serves them over delicious, fluffy shaved ice. If you go to the website, so simpleshavedIce.com, there is a video there and a link to the Indiegogo page, or you just go to Indiegogo and look for So Simple Shaved Ice, or find them on Facebook.
I can say firsthand that it is amazing. Actually,
Yeah,
like just
the
like
flavors
absolutely
are
amazing.
black and blueberry, apple ginger pear, the rhubarb lemon. Oh,
We had a cranberry mint last night. That was amazing.
And the signature, which is the purple basil lemonade, which
It's
is
super-
all grown here.
And we
Say
wouldn't.
it's all
We wouldn't be
natural.
plugging this on the podcast if we didn't tell you it's really fucking good.
Yeah.
You guys, like, it's super good.
It's been really great to watch her like build this thing out of nothing, and it's been really cool.
So, yeah.
hopefully she will listen to this, and then she'll be all misty. But
Go check it out. So
it's
good.
So Simple Shaved Ice. Check it out.
Portland, you guys
Indiegogo.
would love this shit. Like,
Yeah,
this
because
is
you know
for
what?
You.
Do you not like gluten? Because there's none in there.
What?
Are you vegan? Because there's no animals in there. It's so if you can't eat ice cream, it's a great substitute for ice cream
Like
because
me.
it's still sweet
Monica can't,
and cold and fluffy,
And tasty.
tasty.
And
So tasty.
you can make eventually cocktails.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the other thing.
yeah.
The syrup is
Like,
great over
yeah,
booze.
Over booze.
With
It's
the
so
little
good.
ice and
Oh,
the
so good. Or
syrup.
pancakes. It's also great.
Oh yeah,
over-
we had that one time
'Cause
with
it's
pancakes.
syrup.
It's super good. But yeah, so you check it out. It's an Indiegogo page. I'm pretty sure it's just Indiegogo. It's so simple. Shave ice.
You can find So Simple on Facebook. You can find them on Twitter or Instagram. Follow the link to the Indiegogo. Please donate because she wants to get a big, elaborate, beautiful 100-year-old iron Japanese shaving machine to make that syrup and ice for you.
and it would be so good. So thank you. Guys.
Also, you'd be helping a fucking veteran.
Yeah.
Stop thanking us
You
and
want
give
to
us
do
money.
something for the holidays? Help a veteran
Help
right
a
now,
veteran.
you
If
guys.
you guys have a whole other hour, I
He
can talk to you
helped
how
you.
I hate being thanked for my service.
Okay.
Oh, that's
It's
next
like
time.
No,
the
we
worst.
can't do that.
Don't-
Yeah, we don't have time. We're at 109. This might be
Okay.
the close to the longest podcast we've ever
All
done.
right, just a heads up. Don't just thank people for that. It's uncomfortable.
Hey,
Incredibly uncomfortable.
so today we learned some valuable things. We learned how to poop on a submarine.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
And we did some quotes, and I'm really happy with this, you guys.
Don't vote for Ben Carson.
And yeah, don't vote
Don't
for
vote for Ben Carson.
And we're going to go and drink more absinthe while watching Antiques Roadshow. So I'll see you guys around.
All right, Hillary 2016.
Bye.
Bye-bye.